Hello guys!
Hello,
Welcome to
everyone.
another
Hello.
Kamusta coach? Kamusta
Hello,
Ana?
guys. How are you? How are you, Jonathan?
Kamusta?
Hello.
Ito. Kamusta ang week niyo?
Ay nako, eto.
I'm doing
Hello.
good. How's Calgary? Is it snowing there?
Calgary is sunny. Warm siya actually,
Sunny.
12 degrees. Pero
Mm,
malamig na yung hangin. So, malamig
Malamig.
na talaga.
Dito din sa
nice.
Las Vegas, malamig
Ayan.
na.
How about Jonathan? How about you introduce yourself first?
Yes, hello guys. Welcome to Achievers Late Night Talk. Oh, someone gave us a thumbs up. Thank you.
Ready?
I'm one of your hosts. My name is Jonathan. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. And coach?
Yes, I'm Justin. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. Up here, it's the weather here and it's around 5 degrees right now. So compared to yours, I think it's like negative. Is that the weather in Calgary right now?
It's plus 10, but the wind is cold.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right now it's 3 degrees here. How about in Las
Mhm.
Vegas?
Las Vegas is not too bad. Right now, it's about 59 degrees.
What's that in? That's Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
That's Fahrenheit.
yeah, it's
What's in
Fahrenheit.
degrees?
Yeah. That's still warm.
Well, it's warm, but it's cold for me. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of Achievers Late Night. Ang topic po natin ngayon ay ano pa yung what is your favorite dish to cook? Let's begin with that. Thank you guys for watching, whoever you are. Please comment down below and makijoin kayo sa discussion namin.
May twist to yun. Yung tanong na to, may twist, di ba?
Oo, may twist. So,
Yeah.
Ana, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Ako yung gusto kong lutuin is chop suey. Kasi,
Oy,
it's healthy. More on vegetables. Yeah. Chop suey and adobo. Yeah.
adobong ano?
Yeah. They're all Filipino dishes. Cuisine.
Ano
Is,
ba?
But I love
is that
eating pasta. I love pasta.
You love to cook adobo and chop suey, but you love pasta.
Yes.
Ikaw naman, coach, anong gusto mong
Ako, actually, yung favorite ko, sasabihin ko sana air fryer. Hindi, yung sa akin talaga, if I want to
Yeah.
cook something, I think yung gusto ko talaga iluto yung may sabaw. I think, ano yung tawag? Chicken tinola.
Uy, sarap yan.
Yeah, yun, dinadamihan ko yung,
Papaya
Wow.
or ano ba isa?
yeah, so I know chicken. Papaya, ano ba yun? Yeah, kasi usually walang papaya, di ba, sa ano?
Yeah.
Yung minsan walang dalawa. Kung out of stock. But yeah, kung may papaya, then I'll put papaya. Yeah, gusto ko yung chicken tinola kasi dinadamihan ko yung
Yung kanin.
Hindi, yung ginger.
Yung luya.
Ginger.
Yeah, yung damihan ko. Ang sarap.
Yeah.
Tapos may patis.
Uh,
Sarap.
mm.
And
Kaya
then,
ay mapapadami ng unoy, kanin.
so yun ang favorite ko. How about you?
I love to cook. Ano ba? Siguro sinigang na baboy na ribs.
Ribs.
Siyempre may ano pa yan, may buto-buto pa yan, di ba? But it's lean meat. It's not just like mga fat. Kaya masarap. Tapos I usually put yung parang dinurog na gabi. So the soup itself is thick. Kaya medyo masarap. Okay, ikaw, Ana, anything else that you like to cook or like to eat?
Yun na muna kasi actually sa akin, between me and my husband, he's the one who's cooking. Yeah.
Ayun. Okay,
He's a
speaking
chef
of that,
else.
Kasi the idea of your husband is cooking and you, the one
Yeah.
who's consuming, papaano kung may nagsabi sa'yo kunyari nagluto ka, and then papaano kung may nagsabi sa'yo na hindi masarap ang niluluto mo?
Yung criticism na to.
So, how would you deal with that?
I take it as a challenge, tsaka ano yun, constructive criticism, 'di ba? So at least
Mm,
may nagsasabi ng ng katotohanan and then
mm.
I can just improve it later on, gano'n. Pero
Madaling
ang
sabihin
chop suey naman
pero
madali lang at tsaka
Safe answer.
oo.
What if
Tsaka may mga
yung
YouTube ng recipe ngayon online.
what if yung asawa mo nagsabi, tapos you're having a bad day? Kumbaga pagod ka na sa
mas masa
trabaho, tapos
mas
umuwi
masakit
ka,
yun. Yeah.
sabi mo, "Oh, magluto nga ako ng chop suey." Kahit pagod ka na, instead mag-order ka ng Uber or DoorDash or skip the dishes, nagluto ka na lang, tapos pag unang scoop pa lang
Kinakain niya naman kahit na
sasabihin mo na lang masarap.
wala, no comment siya,
No.
speechless.
Ikaw naman coach, papaano if
Speechless lang siya. So pag hindi
Yeah.
niya gusto
Actually yun sa akin, for example, nagluto ako ng something, sabaw, and then parang kasi usually kung ako magluto, chine-check ko lagi yung recipe or I don't follow the recipe. Parang titignan ko lang ano yung ilalagay ko. So hindi ko chine-check kung ilang specific ano ba yung like meat or vegetable or how
Oo.
much onion should I put. Parang okay, gusto ko madaming onions, dadamihan ko. Kasi gusto ko kumain ng mga onions, parang gano'n. Yung ginger parang 'di ba sa recipe put 1 ginger, minsan nilalagay kong 2, 3 kasi gusto ko malakas. Tapos may isang
Kaya ako pagdating sa ginger madami.
tapos
So,
basta isang araw, for some reason yung luto kong chicken tinola, after I cooked it, it was so good. Like after an hour or an hour and a half, 'di ba iluluto mo yun, parang you let it boil around like medium heat. Ang sarap. But when I woke up the next day, when I ate it and April ate it, something was wrong. Parang sira na yung meat, yung chicken. Sabi ko, hindi naman to expired. And then I realized, I don't know kung may mali ako, di ba? Sometimes or usually you have to like cook the meat first before you actually put it in the soup.
Mhm.
cook it well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parang gawin mo siyang well done or something. Like you cook it first. Parang hindi ko yata nagawa yun. I don't know if I did it wrong, pero I usually do that.
Pero did you put it inside the fridge after you cook it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did. Pero paano nasira yun if it's
Kaya hanggang ngayon hindi ko pa din maano. Yung isip ko, bakit kaya nasira?
Weird.
I don't know kung yung vegetable nilagay ko, kung sira ba yun na naging
No, I don't think so.
hindi ko alam kung yung onions kasi first time yung nangyari, pero yun, sayang na yung binili mong meat, chicken, sira na. So yun, parang sabi ni Ana, yun na learning experience. Pero
Ano sinabi ni Coach April?
yun, parang nagalit walang ulam. may dalawang anak walang ulam.
So, yan, talking about yung mga constructive criticism. Bakit kailangan mong or why is it so vital to actually just take it in and learn from it? Diba? Ano yung mga benefits ng constructive criticism sa inyo? Ikaw, Ana.
Hindi kasi doon ka mag-grow, 'di ba? As a person, as a human being.
Nice.
Diba?
Please elaborate.
At saka kung doon ka rin male-learn kung pagagandahin mo pa ba yung anong dish mo, 'di ba? Kasi some people suggest like, "Oh, I think you need to put a little more of vinegar, yung or a little bit more of patis," yung gano'n. There's even adobo that has a coconut now. Have you tasted it, guys? Yung coconut
Coconut?
adobo? Yung meron siyang coconut milk adobo.
Hindi ko na try.
Oh, I wanna try that.
Yeah, try
Oh,
it. Yeah.
So, paano? Okay, anyway.
yun.
Just another
Ito
topic.
asawa ko mahilig mag
Coconut
Siya,
at
siya itanong mo kaya kung ikaw nagsabi na hindi something mali sa pagkain, ano kaya reaction mo? sa asawa mo? Ano kaya reaction ng asawa mo? Do you think he'll take
Pag
it?
ano, pag ano, coach?
Paano kung ikaw nagsabi, for example, nagluto yung asawa mo? Parang side ano naman to, side question or side topic. Let's say ikaw nagluto yung asawa mo and then gusto mo siyang sabihin na medyo hindi okay yung may something wrong sa pagluto niya. Paano mo siya i-approach? Paano mo siya sabihin?
di ba?
Hindi, sasabihin ko lang yung totoo, "Uy, maalat." Oo, kaya ano, masyadong maalat or something. Or di kaya minsan 'pag nagluluto siya tapos gusto niya, tikman ko muna kasi nga 'di ba para
Ah,
matimpla. Sasabihin ko, "Oh, masarap na 'yan." Tapos magagalit kasi hindi ko na tinikman, 'di ba? Kasi alam ko namang masarap. So,
ah,
hindi ko na titikman, kaya
So
'yun.
other than personal development na
Yeah.
sinasabi mo, what else are the
Yung
benefits?
asawa ko,
Ha?
ikaw coach.
Ano pa ibang benefits ng ano? Thank you for our watchers for tonight. Maraming salamat po.
yeah. Sa akin, regarding yung criticism, I think when we were all young pa, like when we were still kids, I think yung experience natin sa criticism, it all medyo iba pa, right? Until we like reach a certain age, parang kailangan pala, dapat ganun. Parang it's a form of discipline na din. Because if no one will tell you, nothing will change from our perspective kung may mali tayo, right? So,
That's true.
kasi yung criticism, it's not really something na may mali tayong ginawa. It's more, if you really think about it, it's more of like coaching,
Yeah.
right? To tell that person that, hey, you can do it better, right? So it's not really saying na mali ka, right? It's saying, okay, you can do better. So that's why I'm telling you. If I don't tell you, then I don't care about you. Parang ganon, right?
Exactly. At saka ano for me taking in some
Mhm.
constructive criticism, ano siya, it encourages a culture of openness.
Hmm.
Parang you can have a good communication and relationship with that people. Kasi katulad sinabi mo, coach, if you don't care about that person, bahala ka. Kung hindi mo pangit ang niluluto mo, it's okay because I don't care about you. But if I do care about you, sabi ko, uy, masyado maalat yan. Ayaw, ayaw kita mapahiya sa ibang tao. So I will tell you directly. So that,
Yeah, 'di ba?
di ba? So that improves relationship and also communication. Ikaw pa, Ana, ano pa?
It matures you as a person din. Kasi kung may
Tama.
nagsasabi sa'yo ng blunt talaga, which is katotohanan naman,
Mm.
it depends sa kung paano ka magre-react against dun sa sinabi niya. And if you react badly, that means you're so immature na hindi mo kayang
That's true.
i-handle or i-take yung mga ganong criticism. Because most of the criticism is negative. But
Yeah.
take it as in a positive way para maayos mo yung mga mistakes na nakikita ng iba na hindi mo nakikita, 'di ba?
Kasi you have this notion
Yun lang.
na ikaw na, 'di ba? You don't make mistake. But in other people's view, madami kang mali eh, 'di ba? At for me, also in addition to that is
Yeah.
parang it overcomes ego, 'di ba? Pag may ego ka, egotistic ka, hindi ka yung
Mhm.
parang ikaw na, you're perfect. Pero sa ibang tao hindi. Coach, you wanna elaborate on that?
Paano ba yan? Paano ko elaborate yan?
Ngumingiti ka eh, akala ko meron ka eh.
Parang malalim to. So,
Palalim na naman.
I think, yeah, yung regarding, like, if you want to improve, parang sabi ni Ana, like, if you're open to, like, if you're a mature person,
Mhm.
if someone tells you something where from from your perspective that if someone's gonna tell you that you can improve something. Kasi the word criticism, parang may negative
May negative
impact
notion
sa,
yun.
may negative notion sa buhay natin. Or just the word itself, right? May negative side siya. It's actually not negative. Kasi, well, kung sabihin mo may masamang sila sinabi sa'yo, it's not criticism. Anong word ba yun? Parang defamation. Ano ba yun? It's something else. Ano ba yung word na yun? Kasi criticism, it's something you're turning something to positive. But you have to start something, you have to tell it na in a negative way at first, but you want to turn it to a positive, right? Parang ganon.
Well,
So,
the word criticism naman is, what is the root word of
Mhm.
that? Critique. So critique means to observe and to ano, di ba?
yeah, kasi baka hindi natin alam yung nag-critique
I-Google
sa
natin.
Yeah.
For example, may nag-critique ako kay Ana. Sabi, Ana, hindi masarap yung adobo. Ano ba yan? Hindi pala alam ni Ana, ako, chef ako ng 5-star hotel. Oh, di ba?
Right. Tapos ma-offend siya.
Oo,
Let's
di ba?
go back to the, being mature, di ba? Ma-offend si Ana na hindi niya alam na 5-star hotel cook, chef. So parang
Chef.
instead of taking in, paano ko ba ma-improve to, coming from a renowned cook, instead na offend siya. So basically you block your learning.
Established.
Yeah, exactly. Hey Jyoti, thank you for watching. You can join. You want to join?
Hey, Jyoti. I want to know what's your favorite dish, Jyoti.
Yeah, Jyoti, come. This is your perfect time to shine. Anyway, ano ba? What else? Ana, you're the star of the show. Nag-lag.
Yeah, so pagdating din sa sa criticism, kunyari ako naman ang nag-criticize sa isang tao, like kunyari nagluto kayong dalawa tapos shinare niyo sa akin. I can criticize your mistakes in a nicer way naman. Hindi naman yung parang para ka ring nagmamayabang na, hindi masarap yung mo, wag ka na magluto next time, 'di ba? You can actually tell that person in a nice way na, oh, by the way, you're but some reason may kulang, if you can put this little piece of pepper or something, yung ganon. In a nicer way, para naman yung hindi rin mabigla, kasi hindi mo alam. Kailangan mo rin kasi i-weigh yung emotion ng tao, di ba? What if that person is excited? What if that person is expecting you to say good things? Pero it turns out na hindi naman pala good, di ba? So, in a way, sabihin mo lang yung mga siguro hindi naman smooth talk, pero para lang pampalubag loob ba. At saka in a way na mare-realize niya rin na yung sinabi mo is for the better, for the best, for the next
For your own good.
menu na magiging maganda na yung yung dish. 'Di ba?
Pero how would you deal with that if the other person is super sensitive?
Wala na
Right?
akong magagawa dun, bahala siya sa buhay niya.
Instead of
Kasi ginawa ko naman na yung sarili, sinabi niya. Or I'll just keep quiet. I'll just, keep my opinion to myself. That's the best thing to do.
Hi, Em.
Magluluto ako ng katulad ng niluto niya, then I'll let her taste my dish.
Ano yung profile? Pakita nga profile pic ni Em. Wow, nag-Starbucks.
Em, join us. Jyoti, if you want to join, she said she wants to join.
Oh, I'm from Calgary, Em. Ako taga Calgary, Alberta.
Coach, you have the link. Can you share it to? No, you shared it to
Yes,
the
I
group,
did.
right? Yeah, just click, Jyoti. Just click on the link.
I think Em is not at home.
Jyoti is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Well, anyway, ano pa ba? What about let's twist it. How would you, katulad sinabi ni Ana, how would you actually properly deliver yung mga constructive criticism sa mga tao? Let's begin with the sensitive person. How
May
would
may
you
mahirap kasi 'to, eh, kasi like if you're the one who's gonna be telling it to someone, you kinda have to do the research first, right? Like you have to know the person kung ano ba siyang
percentage?
klase, kung like you said, kung sensitive siya or kung hindi siya sensitive, right? So it's hard if you're the one telling it. Sometimes if you don't do your research and then you actually tell it like in a wrong way instead of you trying to help them, they'll take it the wrong way. Wala na. It's
Wala na.
right.
Pero spur of the moment, you don't
Mhm.
have time to research.
Sige.
But you thought you parang akala mo kilala mo na yung tao
Yeah, if
and
it's
then
on the spot, right?
right. And then you katulad sinabi, spur of the moment, akala ko kilala mo sila tapos you deliver it in a friendly way. But, di ba? How do you deal with that, Ana? Naglag na naman.
Ano, magdahan-dahan na lang sa mga bibitawang salita. 'Di
Okay,
ba?
next
Hindi,
topic.
kasi before ka naman mag-criticize, you get to talk to that person first, 'di ba? You get to
Yeah,
talk to that person first, like when you go to a place, like for sure it's her place. She invited you in, right? So that means she's welcoming you, she is happy, pero medyo masisira nga lang dahil sa criticism ng sasabihin mo. So at least maano mo na mate-test mo na yung water kung okay ba, nasa mood ba siya to criticize her dish, or if it's not that, if well, normally if you get invited, they're in a good mood. So you can criticize at all. Yeah.
that's true. Mahirap niya lalo na kung mga
'Di ba?
kamag-anak.
Tama ba ako? Kasi paano mo
No,
matitikman
you are.
yung kain niya na niluto kung hindi ka pupunta sa bahay niya,
Pero here.
'di ba?
Um,
You
another
can't just invite yourself, "Hey, pupunta ako diyan, magluto ka."
ito naman another subtopic when it comes to that. Is it okay to actually not tell that person na hindi masarap yung niluluto niya just to save their feelings? Kasi instead na, 'di ba, like what you said, when we're dealing with sensitive people, 'di ba? You cannot tell them straightforward. Sabi, "Oh, masarap siya." Pero it's not really masarap. So, is that a good way of, giving them criticism, or might as well just tell them straightforward, hindi masarap ang niluluto mo.
I think minsan hindi mo talaga masabi depende yan, eh, kasi you cannot really say to everyone na, hindi like for example, hindi ka marunong magluto, Jonathan, I went to your birthday party. I was invited by a friend of a friend of a friend, tapos na-invite lang ako. Tapos
Yeah.
hindi masarap yung adobo mo or yung niluto mo, right? I don't need to tell it to you.
Yes, true.
Sasabihin ko na lang sa isip ko,
Thank
bakit ang
you,
alat ng
coach. Thank
adobo?
you.
Yun. So,
Ay, oh.
I think it depends. You have to also check kung close kayo, right? So,
Or
but
I can tell you straight to your face too, coach.
yeah.
Sabihin mo na lang na, I care about you, that's why I need to tell you something.
Actually, speaking of that, may naalala akong
Or kahit
quote.
ako, kunyari sensitive.
Ako muna, may naalala akong quote, yung parang something about the mom, like, don't say something bad, just say something good.
Repeat that. Repeat that, Coach.
Alam ko may quote yun, something gano'n, parang
I think I
if you have nothing good to say,
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah,
say
yeah. It's
don't say
better.
anything
It's
at all.
better
Yeah.
to. It's better to quiet.
yeah,
Just don't say it.
yeah, parang
Yeah,
gano'n.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Si Jonathan, gusto i-extract yung ano.
wala.
Or ako naman, yeah.
Ikaw, Ana?
Ako naman 'pag ano,
Go.
ako naman 'pag, na-feel ko talagang maalat yung ano ko, yung dish ko, I'll just say, "Oh, just add a lemon or just put a lot of kanin na lang sa ulam." To even out the lasa,
So, mas maganda kung
'di
tabangan mo
ba?
na lang ta's bigyan mo sila ng
Kasi
patis.
sabaw pa lang ulam na, eh.
Totoo. Ay, may
Yeah,
gulay.
ano 'yan, hospital food, 'di ba?
Sodium full. Sodium full
Sodium
meal.
food.
Anything else, coach?
Ah,
Mhm.
Ano pa yung mga benefits ng learning how to take constructive criticism, ganyan?
yeah, kasi like for me, let's just say, just in general, someone told me that I'm doing something wrong or
Si
I'm
Coach
doing
May. Hi, Coach May.
I may. So let's say let's just in general for me, kung
Mm,
may nagsabi sa akin I'm doing something wrong or just like in the other day, not the other day, but like 2 years ago, I was driving my car, tapos na my tail light was broken. Both of the lights was actually broken. Like at the same time, it died. The two bulbs died, and then the cop stopped me, and then so basically, I think the way you react to like the criticism also tells a lot kung if you're coachable or like
exactly. Yes.
if you understand like what's
Yes.
happening, right? Like that person is kasi yun sa akin na I got stopped by the police, right? And then he told me both of my lights were out. And then bigla sa isip ko pumasok, I'm 1 block away, nasa bahay na ako. And then he told me, if you don't change the bulb on the spot, itatow nila yung kotse. So
Nice.
so what happened was, may baby ako at April na sa kotse. I'm like, can I just, in my mind, alam ko yun ang rule. Like, if your
Mhm.
taillights are not working, they will tow your car. Kasi
Oh, yeah.
it's like around 11 o'clock at night. Right? If I brake, the brake light is not coming on. So, and then, yun. So, I was like, sinasabi ko uh, sa sa officer sa police, I'm just like 1 block away. Can I just drive home? He said, no, it's not safe. Someone's gonna hit you. And then, luckily that night though, I had the extra bulb in my car. I was able to change one. He said, okay, I don't need to tow your car. But yeah, if I look back, kasi this kind of the same way kung may criticize or like someone's telling you that something is wrong. You have to understand the situation that either someone's trying to be safe, trying to like save you, na baka if you keep doing the same thing, right? Like if the police didn't stop me, maybe I'll keep driving at night and then I get to an accident. So same thing, like if
Okay.
someone tells you
Okay.
super asin yung
Sinigang.
luto, yung sinigang, ang daming asin or something ganon, maybe kung may bisita na mga ibang tao, ganon din yung luto
Yeah.
natin,
Yeah.
everyone will know na ganon ang asin ng luto, right? Parang ganon. So you have to be coachable. Yeah.
That's true. Well, ako naman, you're talking about 'di ba? Taking in or accepting criticism na ganyan, it develops your adaptability in life. Basically, kasi kung one way pony ka lang, yung tama ba yung terminology na yan? Kung one way ka lang, hindi ka makapag-adjust to any circumstances na binibigay sa'yo in life, in business, in school, whatever.
Mm.
Pero if you learn how to adapt to, okay, mali 'to, let me switch up, 'di ba? Tas if you try to switch up, edi mali pa rin, switch up again until you proven that you're adaptable. Yun ang importante sa buhay, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Ikaw naman, Ana?
Yeah, you
Galing ka
should be
talaga.
open for any changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Changes is always constant naman, eh. Hindi ka puwedeng ma-stuck sa isang system all the rest of your life because everything
Mhm.
changes. Like dati walang technology na Facebook, Instagram,
Oh my
YouTube, and
gosh.
now everyone is on digital. So yung
Yes.
mga thunders, nahirapan silang mag-adjust, 'di ba? But if they're really willing, they will adjust, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the business that we do, there's no age discrimination. Kahit na bata ka, as young 18 years old, you're good to
Mhm.
go. As as old or mature as 81 years old. Pwedeng pwede, di ba? So also, let me add to the one I mentioned earlier. Kung adaptable ka, is adaptability na ganyan, it contributes to your growth mindset, right? So you are
Yes.
willing kasi when you adapt all the time, your growth mindset tells you that hindi ka susuko. You keep trying and trying until you improve. Like Coach Justin, tahimik ka eh.
I'm searching about the topic that you're talking about.
Hala, on the fly. Sabi ni Coach May, "Uy preno, thunders na daw siya." Nice Coach.
Please, coach.
Ay naku.
Wala sa
Anyway,
itsura mo, you still look young.
yun
Yeah.
nga. You wanna add to that, Anna, habang nagre-research on the go to si Coach?
Yan. Sige,
Yeah, at saka ano, at saka, yeah, yung sa say something, coach.
Ikaw na sis.
Nagkahiyaan sila.
Yeah, yung sa adaptability. Yeah, maganda rin naman talaga na dapat ano ka, yung adaptation mo sa any kind of changes is always on top of the game kasi pag hindi ikaw rin ang mahihirapan, and it just goes to show na pag naka-adapt ka is you're a strong person, right? You're
Yes.
thriving for the
Mhm.
best. You're thriving to make your life better. At saka yung ano ba, yung nahahasa rin yung utak mo. At saka it's part of your mind training, yung memory training kasi para maging sharpen din yung ano mo, yung utak mo. Like, we need an exercise not just in our physical body but inside our brain too. Our
Yeah.
brain our brain needs food and information, like good information, 'di ba? So yun, maganda
Yes.
rin naman yung changes. Constant changes is good as well. Yeah.
Magiging ano ka na diyan, numb to the
Mhm.
changes, 'di ba? It's just gonna go, okay, another change. So you're gonna be immune to the shock of
Yeah,
going through a change again and again and again.
yeah. You'll
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
get used to it. Get used to it.
you become more
Mhm.
resilient. Yun nga, that's the
Like
word.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah. That's a good one. And
Yeah.
then when it comes to the cooking, I was about to say that let's just say you're
Bumalik
inviting
po
people
siya.
to eat your food, then you can mix it up with your food, homemade food, and buying some food outside. So if they don't like your food, then they have the option to eat the one that,
Yep.
KFC or Jollibee. Yeah,
Walang brand.
right. If you're afraid to be criticized. Yeah,
Coach
kung
Justin, ang
ayaw mo
tahimik
ng criticism, then just do that kind of option.
point
Yeah,
here.
yun regarding if someone tells you na mali ka in how you handle it, like, I'm just thinking back like sa buhay ko. I have to use personal experience, right? I cannot talk for someone else. Like I cannot give how they think. So yun sa akin. So I'm thinking back sa life ko. So one thing I've learned in the last ako I'm in my 30s na nga, right? So one thing I've learned when I was 20s, naging 30s na ako, is that criticism, you ha- for me personally, I look at it as I know it's hard, but I look at it as something where I can improve. Parang review siya, right? Like if you're in a restaurant business and then may nag-leave ng review doon sa luto natin. Like for example, si Ana, meron siyang Filipino food business. May nag-comment doon, hindi masarap ng adobo, tagal ng pila, 30 minutes ako naghintay, ang tagal magluto, tapos hindi masarap, right? Like when someone gives you that review, you cannot say na, oh, I'm just gonna ignore that kasi negative siya, right? But
That's true.
actually, that's the only way for us to improve ourselves is when someone tells us what's going on, right? Because if they don't tell us that, parang yun ang blind spot natin, right? We don't see that, right? We think na ang negosyo natin, okay, pero ang sa isip ng tao, 30 minutes pa sa pipila, ang tagal, right? Parang ganon. So, for me is, yun ang iniisip ko when actually someone criticize something that I do. I think about that scenario where someone leaves a bad review, and then that's really the only feedback you get.
Yeah, that's a good way of
Analogy.
analogy or gauging that. Saka yung ano naman katulad sa sabi ni Ana and also you, Coach. It's all about growth. The bottom line is you have to grow in taking in criticism. Kasi if you just blindsided how perfect you are, you're not gonna grow. In your small bubble, probably you're perfect.
Yeah.
Pero outside that, no, that's not. Ano sabi ni Coach? Huwag mong aminin na ikaw ang nagluluto. Sabihin mo pumunta ka sa Filipino restaurant. Yun. Yun nga. Anything else? Ikaw naman, Ana. Have you been criticized before na you need to make a sudden change? Can you please give a specific example?
Oh yeah,
Parang
there's a lot
experience.
of times.
Okay.
Tama-tama
Which
kasi
one?
meron na ako sa utak ko. Ako kasi
Sige,
like
sige.
I was working in an engineering firm here in Calgary before. And
Mhm.
then mostly lahat ng mga talagang direct contact ko engineer sa office, right? Kasi drafting ako, I'm a drafts person. And then yung isang engineer doon na siya pa yung office manager nung location na yun dito. Talagang sinigawan ako na narinig lahat ng mga tao na to the point na talagang maluha-luha ako. Pero I took it as a challenge talaga. Kasi na ngayon, like when you're working with engineers, you have to level your mind with their minds. Otherwise, lagi ka nilang sisigawan. Otherwise, lagi ka nilang makri-criticize talaga. And knowing na mga puti yung mga kasama mo, they're very blunt, they're very frank, they're very straightforward. Walang kuskus balungos. So yeah, I've been criticized before. Yeah, and that's my
That's a good
testimony.
example.
Yeah.
Yes. Ikaw naman, Coach, nangyari na ba sa'yo yan? Or you have a particular
Sa akin, I'm thinking more of like work related when I was still working sa previous company. Basically, siya telecom company. So, it's not really a criticized thing na nagsabi sa akin. It's more of, I told the story already. Na, di ba every year meron parang performance review.
Mm-hmm.
So, may performance review tayo every, I think March or April, like the tax season. And then, I remember like every year, yung boss ng boss ko, he always asks me like, what's your plan next year or what's your career goal? Parang ganon. And then to the point na yung tanong niya sa akin, I can feel it na parang like he doesn't want to tell it directly, pero the way he's telling it to me, like parang, how come you don't have a plan? Parang, how come you don't have anything that you're excited yung parang sa buhay? Like in the next year or so. And then he told me to like take, kasi yung work namin, yung company namin, meron siya mga courses, like online courses that I can take and then sila magbabayad. Hindi ako magbabayad. So he said, you should take some courses. Eh ako naman at that time, sabi ko, I'm working. Why would I take course? Parang so, and then there comes a time sa akin, no, I think I understand what he was trying to tell me. He said he's trying to improve me. I guess from his point of view, hindi niya lang sinasabi sa akin directly. Baka matakot siya. Alis ako ng kumpanya. Right? So, but it went after a couple of years, I finally understood it. And then that's when I said, oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense now, right? Because it's been like 3, 4 years, 5 years. And when I do look back, like parang, of course, I grew within the company, but like deep down, parang wala nag-change, walang personal growth, right? So, yun. At the end of the day, I realized that I guess for all of us, the moment we are, kung mature na tayo, we'll come to a point na, tama nga yung sinasabi niya, tama nga yun, right? Kasi we'll get to that stage. I think if someone does have this kind of thinking na yung tama nga yung sinasabi niya, like around 20s pa lang sila, then they're actually ahead of life. Kasi ganun yung isip nila eh. But usually not everyone will think like that, diba? Medyo kasi you have to give up, right? You have to give up yourself. And then you have to tell yourself na, okay, I need to improve. I can change, right? So,
ano yan eh, first step is realizing that madami kang kulang.
Yeah.
So you need to,
And then yung sa akin, I realize yung boss ng boss ko, he sees more of me. He can tell that I can do better. Parang ganon. So from his perspective, he said, oh, Justin, you can do more with what you're doing now. Parang you can grow as a person. Like maybe go to a different career, parang ganon. So I didn't realize that. And then, yun nga. So from his perspective, he said, I'm thinking na your potential is greater with what you're doing now. Kaya parang dun ko na-realize, nga, no? And then, that's why in my mind until now, I always go back to that moment where parang weird yung conversation namin. Like mga 30-minute conversation where he asked me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Parang ganon. And then, what are you talking about? I'm here to work. Yung parang ganon. So, and then...
But your mindset was different at that time, kaya hindi mo na-gets.
So different, yes. It's so different, yeah. Yung parang gigising na lang ako, and then after that, I clock out, go home, right? And then enjoy my night, and then go back again. I basically yung vision ko was like the next day or the next month or the next paycheck. Parang ganon. I didn't see the next year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years.
More of short-term.
Short-term siya, yeah. So, of course, like I said earlier, one day, makikita natin na, right?
Oh, yeah.
That whatever that person was saying was actually true. It was for our own good. And I told myself, I better change kasi I can feel it. Tama yung sinasabi niya. I don't want to be that person na 40, 50 years na ako, 60 years old na ako. And it's inside my mind and I'm not doing anything about it, right? So, yeah. And if someone tells me my cooking is wrong, I'm not gonna wait 20 years to fix it because they're gonna eat my food. So I better better fix it.
Kasi minsan you have to agree with me though. Minsan some people, I should say, mataas ang pride nila. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be criticized. Di ba yung ego, we're going back to ego. So mahirap i-correct yung mga ganyan. Katulad, I have to share my story as well. Nung bago pa ako nurse, my gosh. Kasi we went through a lot of training, di ba? A lot of actual training. Feel ko, ang galing-galing ko. Sobra. Sabi, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. So, my gosh. And then I encountered this older nurse. Man, she put me in the right place. So, tinignan lang ako ganyan. Nahirapan ako. I encountered like a very technical, one of the technical things manual things that I have to do. Hindi ko siya magets, hindi ko ma-connect lahat. Tapos tinitigan niya lang ako. She grabbed one end, basta ginawa niya within 2 seconds, tapos tinignan niya ulit ako. Tapos she was shaking her head. Tapos after that, sabi ko, oh, teach me please. Yun, na-realize ko na, oh, magaling ka nga coming out from school, pero hindi ka magaling in the real world. Di ba? You have to learn, you have to take in all of this new information para mag-develop ka personally, di ba? Yung nakakahiya. Ano sabi ni Coach? They see you see, okay, kaya you are here in the business. That's true. Thank you, Coach. Anyway, Ana, ikaw naman. Anything else? Uy, 46 minutes na pala tayo.
Yeah,
Ana,
yung ako naman ako appreciative lang ako dun sa mga taong very soft mag-criticize. Like they make their ways in a way na hindi ka masasaktan kasi parang
ma-offend.
suggestion yung
Yeah.
ino-offer nila instead na criticism like yung mga word na, "Oh, by the way, can you do this next time?" or "Can you make this better next time?" Yung gano'n. Or by the way, there's another way of doing that kind of job, yung gano'n. Parang pinapa-feel niya sa'yo na may mali pero in a way binibigyan ka niya ng confidence, 'di ba? Hindi yung kasi may mga criticism na pinapa-feel niya sa'yo na mali ka, tapos pinipin down ka rin pababa. So, which is, not good. So, may mga different kinds of, criticism. So, siyempre ang mas maganda yung nali-lift up ka rin, 'di ba? Although criticize ka kasi may mali ka dun sa ginawa mo, pero in a way bino-boost din yung confidence mo, yung which is much better, 'di ba? Kaysa naman yung para kang binubully, yun. Yeah, like they think themselves better than you are, yung parang gano'n. Like parang yung iba kasi mayabang nga na parang sinasabi nila na, "I'm better than you." That means they're not a good teacher too, right? Kasi kung gusto mong maayos yung katrabaho mo or yung isang tao, even if it's mean that that person will be better than you later on, it's okay. Kasi that means naging good example ka sa taong yun,
Yeah.
'di ba? So yun.
Yan
Mm.
nga yung natutunan ko din eh. Before, I feel like it's always a competition, di ba? I need to be better. I
Yeah.
need to do this. I need to do that.
Mhm.
But honestly, I'm not joking around. Ever since I started this business, I came to realize we all end up in the same place. It's a matter of when. So, if
Yeah.
kung ikaw, kunyari si Ana, ikaw, you're gonna reach the goal that we all want first, I'm happy for you. Pero pag ako naman nauna sa'yo, I'm happy for me. No, I'm just kidding. Di ba? Yung parang ano lang, yung parang ano lang, bigayan. Kasi if we all do that, di ba, mawawala yung mga inggitan, mawawala yung mga all negative aspect of everything in life. Di ba? Ito, sabi
Mhm.
ni Coach May,
Mhm.
pag they criticize you, they should give you direction. Oh, that's a good point. Direction or guidance instead, how to change things. Ito naman,
Yeah,
you
that's
mentioned,
what I mean.
yeah, you mentioned about soft criticism or harsh criticism. Depende sa tao yan eh, di ba, Coach? So, personally, for your goal, for your personal goal, for your personal development, which one do you prefer? Yung nililigawan ka para masabi lang or direct criticism gusto mo na matapos na?
No, that's a good question. Kasi, di ba sa business, it's me and April. We're both
Yeah.
together. So, kung alam mo lang ano yung mga conversation namin behind behind scenes, it's actually minsan
It's better.
I'm entertained yung mga conversation namin.
Mm.
Kasi sometimes like kasi she's my wife, right? But sometimes we go into this in business talk and then we talk about some other things now. Usually we don't talk kung wala kaming negosyo. Right? It's fun. So parang may ikikritik ako sa kanya. And then she will say, "Oh, parang ganon." Parang then Tapos i-explain ko ba, I'm just telling you this. So kasi alam ko na anong mangyayari kung sasabihin mo ulit yun. Parang ganon. So it goes back and forth. And then,
Mhm.
yun. So what I realized is, you have to give and take, right? So that yun sa amin, yun ang benefit sa amin kasi dalawa kami sa business. But like regarding if hindi kayo close or parang you're trying to help someone, from my experience, it's like I said earlier, you kind of have to know the background of that person because you have to do some research, like if may experience pa sila regarding this situation, yung mga, paano ba sila, yung upbringing nila sa buhay. Of course, we can't all guess kung paano sila, how they grow up.
Sabihin mo bigla na lang iiyak sa corner.
Right? So, yun for me kasi, like, when I'm not really hard on myself, but I just want myself to improve, right? Like every day, like if I can improve myself like 0.1% every
That's an
day,
improvement.
that's all I want. That's all I need, right? So for me, yun ang goal ko actually sa buhay. Like if I can improve something every day, I'm good, right? But when I try to improve something, I do it like intentionally. I don't just do it to go through the motion. So I guess that's how I do it for myself. So when I um, ask other people, I have to see kung seryoso ba sila, if gusto ba talaga nila i-learn yung topic na kailangan i-learn, right? Like I said, yung parang we talked about this couple weeks ago. If you want to learn something, you have to invest the time, right? Hindi lang yung pwede na to listen, or you have to like intentionally want to learn it, right? Kasi you have that, you can learn anything, right? So
Yeah.
yun ang sa akin from my perspective. I don't know if that's the right answer.
No, it's actually true kasi ako naman, most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, I wanna learn every time. I wanna learn. If I'm doing something not correct, just yell at me.
So, sabihin ko sa'yo.
Oh, sabihin mo sa akin, I can take it, you know.
Sabihin mo din sa akin, ha?
There's a difference kasi between disrespectful
Mhm.
criticism and respectful and harsh criticism, di ba? Kung sabi mong, Coach, di ganyan. I'm direct to you, but with respect. Pero sabi mong, I cannot use other words, pero, di ba, yung parang demeaning na approach, that's different compared to the approach na direct. For me talaga, kasi nga gustong-gusto kong mag-grow, just give it to me. Wag mo
Yeah.
nang paikutin, wag mo nang don't sugarcoat anything, just tell me. And then I'll be better off next time. Pero, you won't see me cry in the corner. No, just kidding.
Yeah. I'll add one more thing is, for me personally, what I've been, or how I learn so quickly, kasi ito yung perspective ko. If I want to learn something, so the things I've learned, someone probably wrote a book about it, or someone
Mhm.
has a video about it, or someone wrote, there's an article in the internet. So for me, in criticism, it's more of, um, like I said, like we said there, paano tayo mag-react. So yung sa akin, anong ginawa ko ay parang ina-advance ko na siya para I won't actually do that mistake. So yun sa akin, like I wanna learn, for example, like si Ana, di ba sabi niya nag-YouTube siya, right? So she's trying to prevent the problem on happening, right? Pero minsan, sometimes we're not perfect, right? So ganon, like if we have the initiative to actually learn, more or less we're always gonna be on the good side of the things, right? Hindi tayo tapos kung we're always learning, if someone tells us something na mali, kung positive yung thinking natin, we don't look at it as something negative, right? Because we're always like improving ourselves, learning
Mhm.
new things. Parang ganun. Like if you're someone who is stuck and you don't want to, kala mo you know everything, right? Well, why is this person telling me to change, right? Like, kasi ganun ako. Kasi like I said earlier, di ba sa previous work ko, why is this person telling me what I need to
What do you
become
say?
better, right?
Yeah.
Some monthly performance, yearly performance, right? Ganun yung isip ko dati. But for me, if you're always changing, if you're trying to be better, when someone criticizes you, parang, oh, thanks for telling me. Parang
Yes.
ganun, right?
Yung mas maganda yung approach nun,
Yeah.
instead of getting irate or getting pissed off, just say thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yun mas maganda. Kaysa naman na, you're gonna have a reaction, Ikaw, Ana.
Kaya ano na,
Hindi, yung ano lang, kasi may iba-ibang klase ng approach to criticize someone, di ba? Yung truthful pa rin, pero firm, di ba? Pero that doesn't mean that you gotta be rude to someone. Kasi may
Yeah.
mga na-encounter din naman akong tao na they criticize but in a nice way, pero straight to the point pa rin. Walang
Yeah.
walang sugarcoat. Kaya lang, it depends na lang doon kung paano mo mare-receive pa rin, kung magi-gets mo ba yung way of criticizing your work or your job, di ba? So it boils down onto yourself kung paano mo tatanggapin in a positive way, whether they are rude or blunt to you or firm or soft-spoken, yung
Yeah.
gano'n. Kasi regardless, the issue has to be addressed, 'di ba? Para
Mhm.
matuto yung taong yun, or both of you has to learn from it, or communication is really plays a big role for you know talking or criticizing someone, yung gano'n. At saka yung taong nag-criticize sa'yo, for sure nagkaroon ka na ng bonding dun sa taong yun. So you probably know how the personality of that person, 'di ba? Hindi naman yung stranger nag-criticize agad-agad
Oh,
sa'yo. Yeah. Yeah.
pero
So
why is
normally ang mga nagki-criticize sa'yo is people
sorry.
that you know.
Pero
Yeah.
ito naman, just to add to that, bakit kaya ang mga taong mahilig magbigay ng criticism, yung pa yung hindi nakakatanggap ng criticism back to them, right? 'Di ba? Bigyan ng opinion, pero the time na ikaw naman magbigay hindi nila kaya. Nag-isip si coach.
Kasi ugali nilang mag-criticize. Ugali kasi
Oo.
nila mag-criticize, kaya that's their downfall. 'Pag criniticize sila, nagagalit sila. Oh.
So it's a
Then it
one
just
way.
goes to show who's the sports. It goes to show your real color too, right?
That's true. Good
Dun
point.
makikita yung integrity. Yung integrity mo, yung personality mo,
yeah,
'di ba, na, "Oh, you've been criticizing this person, but you don't wanna criticize? Lagot ka sa'kin, hindi na ako makikinig sa'yo."
oh, I guess it's kasi iba na yung topic niyan, Jonathan, eh. Pang marites na yan, eh. Yung sa akin naman, it depends kasi. Like for example, like if you're for example, if you're a dad or someone like a teacher or someone who's in a higher position than someone else, and then you have the experience of na alam mo na whatever they're doing is incorrect or that they can improve. If you don't tell that person, wala na yung opportunity mo to help someone to become better, right? So you have to, like I said earlier, depende yun eh. So if kailangan sabihin 10 times to remind that person, then we have to say it 10 times, right? Or maybe um, give it in a different way. So if you're the one criticizing, baka kailangan mo mag-improve paano mag-criticize para makuha ng other side na you're trying to help them, right? So it goes both
Point.
ways.
That's the point, yeah.
Yeah, parang sinabi ni Ana kanina, kung medyo blunt ka lang lagi sa mga criticize, paano tayo mag-criticize, it doesn't really work, right? So
Yeah, people will you're pushing people away kung ganun. So hindi sila magiging good
Yeah, and being
Ah,
blunt and rude can create fear sa taong yun
that's
instead na
true.
matuto.
Mhm.
That's true. Good
Mhm.
point.
Pero
Yeah.
pero 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 kay Jonathan gusto niya blunt eh. Kung hindi daw masarap luto niya, sabihin natin.
Sabihin mo na. Yeah, para makapag-order na lang tayo.
Order na lang online.
Yeah, mas maganda yun, order.
Para wala ka na ugasang plato.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anyway, any other subtopic, coach? Gusto mo
Wala.
ano
I think
mabuksan na
that's
yung brain cells mo?
almost 1 hour na tayo ah.
No,
Um,
ano yan, normal time.
time. Yeah, it's a good topic kasi it allows us to think, expand our awareness. Like,
Horizon.
yeah, yung horizon natin, yung awareness natin sa self natin. And then how we can impact other people as well, like the way we criticize, how do you
Nice.
Yeah.
do it, how to tell it properly. It's hard, right? It's kasi sensitive topic siya. It's
Mhm.
and especially like when you're talking kasi when you criticize someone, you're telling something na mali yung ginagawa mo, right? But
Yeah.
from the other person's point of view. Pero in reality, you're trying to improve whatever situation or whatever things that they need to improve sa whatever they're doing, right? That's what you're trying to do. But when you say it, minsan natutwist yung ano eh, yung
Yeah.
meaning, right? So that's why sensitive yan eh. So but yeah, I like the topic that we have kasi na-expand natin yung mga awareness natin as a self parang siya nasabi na yung horizon natin.
Yun nga. Ah,
At saka I
Ay
think when
nako.
it comes to criticizing someone, it depends, it varies sa level of maturity ng taong kini-criticize mo, tsaka sa
Big
age na rin,
time.
tsaka sa
Yeah, big
gender
time.
siyempre, 'di ba? Yeah, you have to really balance everything. Yeah, you can just
Gender.
go and
Can you
talk to
elaborate on
your
that?
face.
Sa gender.
Like, if it's a woman, they're kind of a little bit sensitive than men,
Hmm.
'di ba?
Yes, yes. Well, some men are sensitive
Yeah.
too.
I don't know.
By the way, guys, next week is ano na, Thanksgiving na. We would like to say thank you guys for those of you who keep on watching our show. We are grateful that you're
Yeah. Thank you.
becoming
And thank
our
you for
fans,
welcoming me
di
here.
ba? And let's go around the show. Coach, what are you just one grateful thing that you can say for the Thanksgiving upcoming? Kasi baka wala po kaming show next week.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so for me, um, looking back, kasi this is a funny story. I actually look at how did the Thanksgiving uh,
Of course you
the
did.
event, how it started.
Yeah.
I'm curious, why do people celebrate Thanksgiving? Who started the tradition of Thanksgiving? So I look back at the history. So basically, history lesson muna is this pilgrims. They're from I think I forget the word. The country. Basta galing sila ng Europe. They went to, I believe it's in Canada, the first Thanksgiving. So basically they went there and then it's winter time, right? So walang food and then the summer came in, so you plant your seeds and stuff, and then you grow your crops, right? So and then summer comes in and then after summer you harvest, right? That's why Thanksgiving is after summer. Right? Because you harvest your crops, your food, whatever fruits you have, right? So narinig ko. So looking back, so I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm looking back at my last year, what am I thankful for? Yung mga na-grow ko, right? So yun sa akin, I'm thankful na I'm getting to meet new people. Like Jonathan, I met you personally, so I'm thankful for that. I met Anna as well, right? So for me, meeting other people, and then the the funny thing is like I get to learn other people's experience, and
Mm-hmm.
then it allows me to grow as a person as well. And then I can see like, oh, ganun palang dinadaanan nila, right? I can add that to something, like I can add that experience to myself, then allows
Mm-hmm.
me to grow as a person. Parang ganun yung ginagawa ko in the last year to
Actually,
improve myself. Yeah, so I'm thankful for, like I said, meeting new people from last year. Yeah.
ikaw naman, Ana. Lag.
Ako naman, I'm thankful for first sa health natin, tsaka sa
Yes.
life kasi health is wealth. Regardless kung magkano man yung kikita mo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Health is wealth still, right? And then I'm thankful for being part of this community that's very supportive and very encouraging, right? And they do criticize too, but in a right place, in the right time.
Ano
That
sinabi ko?
helps you things, right? Hmm.
Ano ang mga sinasabi
That's
ko?
good. And then
It's for
charot
your
lang
own
yun.
growth. Charot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then yeah, and I think I'm very appreciative sa mga feedbacks actually ng mga tao in
Mhm.
in every areas of my life kasi it really helps me realize and grow as a person too, right? At saka para maka-give back ka rin sa community that you are in right now. Yeah. Yun.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thankful meeting you guys. Thank you guys. Nice meeting you both. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ako naman,
Yan.
well, I'm thankful for everything. I'm thankful for like what Anna said. I'm thankful for good health. I'm thankful for the safety of my own family, and also for the business wise. I'm thankful. My goodness, I'm really thankful na nakilala ko yung mag-asawang yan. The best coaches in any business. And I'm thankful for all the people that I meet all the time globally. Kaya, like what you said, you're being exposed to different cultures, different mindsets, different experiences. Doon ka nag-grow eh. So I'm thankful for that. The topic that we talked about, how can you what can you do better to make was that what can you do today to make tomorrow better, something like that.
Yes.
Last week ba yun or
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago? Well, looking back at me, the version of me a year ago, big difference. Yun na lang, yung sa mindset ko is different. Kasi yung when I started this business, when I was working as a nurse, mindset, I don't really dig that. I don't understand it, bottom line, di ba? Mga mindset na yan. Tapos, when I got into this business, like talagang ginagawa ko na siya, it changed my point of view about everything. Not just I understand I understand more on different things and how to communicate, how to deal with relationships, and my own personal growth is different from a year ago. Kasi meron na akong vision eh. Meron na akong plan. And I learned how to create a plan kasi kung wala kang plan, umiikot ka lang sa isang lugar. Hindi ka nag-a-advance diretso, kung paikot-ikot ka lang the same space. So, I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for our team and the support that we're giving all the time. Yun lang.
What a perfect ending.
Sabi ni Jasmine, ano sabi ni
Thank you.
Jasmine? I'm
Thank
thankful for you guys, life inspiring people. Spending with me. Thank you for creating this episode, Jonathan.
you.
You're welcome for us to learn more. Thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Tapos na yung Thanksgiving sa Canada.
Tapos na Canada, yes.
Oy, correction coach, hindi sa Canada nag-umpisa yung Thanksgiving sa
Diba?
Massachusetts sa
Massachusetts, yeah. I think it's in Massachusetts.
porkit
Alam
porkit
ko ano nangyari is, there was yung pilgrims at saka may tribe. They met up and it was like winter storm. So, and then when spring came in, like they plant some crops and then they were thankful na they were able to survive summer because they had food, right? So, yeah, but that's another story about planting seeds and stuff. Right? We can go into like 3 hours of talks about maybe next time regarding plants and seeds.
Siguro not next week but next week or something like that. Para naman di ba? Anyway, guys, that's it.
Thank you guys for
Final
watching.
final word, Ana.
Yeah.
Ikaw.
Yeah. Final word, have a good long weekend sa Thanksgiving nyo. The US, right? US Thanksgiving.
Sa Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ikaw naman,
Yun lang.
coach.
Tsaka thank you for inviting me live stream.
Yes.
You should join us once in a while. Kami lang ni Coach Justin ang
Yes.
parating
If you guys
consistent.
are watching and if you guys are wondering how we do our business, if you're watching Jonathan from his page, if you're watching Anna from her page, business page, the website's there, jonathanfrancis.com and also joeandanna.com. So you can go and visit their website. So you guys can learn how we do our business online. So everything is online now, right? Like what
Might
Anna
as
said
well.
earlier, you have to adapt to changes. So if you're someone who is interested or open to, earning online, make a living online, see how everyone is going online, this is your chance. And we'll be here 5 years down the road. The online world will still be here, right? So, like I said earlier, when my when my boss told me that I need to change, I literally took it
Really
personally.
didn't make a change.
I didn't get to
Really
enjoy it.
didn't
So,
change.
exactly.
Yeah.
I until now it still like resonates in me. Like I still remember the room, what he told me, like how his face looked like, right? So parang minsan it's a sign, right? So if you're someone
Mhm.
kung magaling kayo mag-computer, nako, kung nagsa-cellphone kayo 2 hours a day, like
Perfect.
perfect, right? Kung na Facebook, kung lagi kayo nagcha-chat, kung magaling yung mga kamay niyo maggalaw, mag-chat,
Ay nako, might
perfect,
as
right?
well, yeah, might as well get paid for it.
Yes.
Yan.
Right, and
That's
kung magaling kayo mag-go live, right? Mga reels, di ba? If you're always taking video of
Good
yourself,
job.
right?
yeah,
Leverage the internet, right?
yeah.
The 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, um, the people that adapted usually is the one ahead, right? So we want to be ahead of the curve. We don't want to be like falling behind, right?
Yeah,
And then
so
meron ba akong isang sasabihin?
oh,
It's better to be in the game, right? Kasi if you're online, if you're just someone who is watching, you're always consuming stuff online, you're the one actually feeding yung parang you're just the fan, right? Instead of being the
mhm,
fan, be the player, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Be the player. So it's
be the
more it's more
spectator.
it's more fun din. It's more adventurous kung ganun ang dating, right? So
At
yun.
saka ano, I read this somewhere. No, not I read, but I seen this photo, right? So this guy is in front of the mirror, right? Just, just no, in front of the window, looking at outside. So yung imagine
Mm.
mo yung nakatanaw, right?
Yes.
Pero hanggang doon lang siya.
Yes.
And then there's another mirror in the back of him looking that pinupush niya na just do it. Kaso hindi pa rin siya gumagalaw. So it's a waste of time. So just try it. That's all we're saying. Kasi yung business na to, like what coach is saying, 5 years from now, we're still gonna be here. 10 years from now, we're still gonna be here. A good example, I came across this business in 2014. 2014, hindi ko siya ginawa. I came to this business the second time around 2017. Hindi ko pa rin siya ginawa. Imagine, that's one of my not biggest regret, but that's one of my regrets na hindi ko siya ginawa. Kumakatok na yung mundo sa akin. Huy. And then the third time around, I
Yeah.
did it. Kaya so that mean hindi lang time, pero there will come a point na you have to actually take action, di ba?
Yeah. But like I said, if you're watching us, if you watch the whole episode or if you're watching the replay, it's an hour and 13 minutes already, right? So we can we can use the time wisely. Like I say before, I usually just watch before myself. I watch YouTube. I'm always consuming stuff, right? And then for me, it's like I'm not productive, right? I'm always wondering like how do these people make a living online? So I of course when this business came through, I said, okay, this is it, right? If 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 a 60-year-old grandma can do it,
Oh gosh, yes.
I can do it. Yeah, that was my turning point in when I watched the webinar. So if you guys are free, we have live webinars every Tuesday and Thursday. I believe it's 5 p.m. our time, Pacific
EST,
time.
Pacific Standard Time. Yeah.
And 6 p.m. if you're from Calgary. If you're from Ontario, I
Yeah.
think it's 8 p.m.
Or you can just just watch
8.
the replay. Yeah.
We will send you the link before we go
Replays.
live, right? And so I think if you're from Australia, I think it's 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Right?
Yep. All right, guys. Anything else? That's it. That's it. All right. Thank you guys for those of you who
Okay.
actually
Thank
stayed
you.
for the entire hour and
Bye.
15 minutes. And hanggang po sa susunod na episode. And we don't know our topic, but we will come up with something. Just remember,
And we will keep you posted. We'll
yes.
keep you posted too. Yeah.
Yep, baka
Okay.
kayo din ay maging artista. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Signing off.
Bye-bye.